So the Ask Project is really, really useful media channel that asks both Israelis and Arabs what their views are of the conflict. Because people like to project all kinds of views onto what people really think on either side. The Israelis think this, the Palestinians think that. Well, it's all very well to say things like that. It's all very well to say, Hamas does not represent the Palestinians. Why don't we actually listen to what they say? Why don't we look at polling? Why don't we look at data rather than what we hope is the case? Have a watch of this clip of where they are asked, was the October 7th attack resistance and self-defense? Have a watch.
Do you think the October 7th attack on Israel was self-defense?
هاي الأسئلة جاية من برا، الناس حابة تعرف. برأيكم هل أحداث 7 أكتوبر كانت دفاع عن النفس؟
طبعا.
Of course.
شيء أكيد.
بغداد.
يعني كل اللي صار هو نتيجة اللي هم عم بيشوفوه عم بيمروا من ظروف صعبة وحياة وحصار. هو أكيد دفاع عن النفس.
It's because of what the Gazans have seen and gone through, from closures to sieges to difficult circumstances. So of course it was self-defense.
Okay. Do you think that October 7th attack on Israel was self-defense?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't believe that.
Do you understand?
In 7 أكتوبر
هل برأيك كان
دفاع عن النفس? I don't.
The one that we began, or that what Israel
that.
is doing?
No, what the Hamas part?
Yes.
شو الطريقة اللي بلشت فيها 7 أكتوبر؟ هل برأيك إحنا لما بلشنا 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have answer. I don't know. I don't believe about this. It's okay, not okay.
Was October 7th self-defense?
هلا الناس برا بتشوف الأخبار ومش فاهمة كل شيء. هل برأيك 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟
إنه دفاع إنه الفلسطينيين كانوا إنه دفاع عن نفسهم يعني.
The Palestinians defending themselves?
Was what Hamas did to Israel on October 7th?
إنه دفاع عن نفسهم.
هل شو عملت حماس؟ دفاع عن النفس.
طبعا.
Yes, of course.
Why?
احكي لنا ليش؟
دفاع عن النفس يعني هو أصلا قبل ما يكون 7 أكتوبر يعني من زمان يعني من النكبة يعني هي مقاومة. دفاع عن النفس عن الأرض عن الوطن.
So the situation started way before October 7. It started since the Nakba 1948.
إنه قبل ما يصير هذا الحدث هو أصلا كان فهي كانت يعني زي انطلاقة جديدة.
New launching.
انطلاقة جديدة إنه للفلسطينيين يدافعوا عن أرضهم فهو يعني كان زي شرارة.
So it was a relaunch of the Palestinians defending themselves. It was resparking the resistance.
Do they think that the October 7th attack by Hamas was self-defense?
The one, which part?
The part that Hamas did.
Okay, هل برأيكم اللي عملته حماس في 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟
نعم. أنا بالنسبة لي نعم دفاع عن النفس.
To me, yes. To me, yes.
Why?
ليش?
حاصروهم لمدة كم سنة؟
They've been under siege for what, 15, 20 years? That's why.
Was it okay that they killed civilians?
Are you going to take this far?
Yes.
So it was a reaction. طيب هو عم بيسأل وأنا عم بترجم. هل كان تمام إنهم قتلوا مدنيين؟
هو أنا بالنسبة لي لا.
No.
كان غلط.
That was wrong. Contrary to what has been said, they did not kill children.
كانوا مجندين.
Most of who were killed were enlisted soldiers.
No, most were actually civilians.
Okay.
There were, it depends on how you define the child.
Not children. Children were not killed.
Children were killed. Children were killed.
There are no small evidences.
Yeah, there is evidence of children, absolutely. Not a lot, but
Where?
I can show you pictures.
Okay, we're gonna...
Why?
Children were killed.
Okay.
Not a lot, but some.
إيش كنت رح تحكي؟
إيش رأيك أنت في اللي بيصير بالضفة الغربية؟
What do you think of what's happening in the West Bank?
Well, that's not part of the questions.
هذا مش جزء من السؤال.
Do you think the October 7th attack on Israel was self-defense?
هل برأيكم هجوم 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟
نقدرش نحكي بأمور زي هذا.
We can't really talk about such things.
Why? Why can't they talk about it?
ليش بنفعش تحكوا عنها؟ الناس بدها تفهم يعني تعرف.
أمور سياسة ما عندنا فيها هذا المواقع.
Let people understand why, because we don't want to get into politics.
Do you think the October 7th attack on Israel was self-defense?
الناس برا عندها هذا السؤال، عندها هذا السؤال الناس من برا لأنها مش فاهمة كل شيء. هل برأيكم الهجوم اللي صار في 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟ الناس بدها جواب واضح. بدهاش تحليل.
Is anyone brave enough?
هل في حدا عنده شجاعة كافية يجاوبنا هذا السؤال؟ ولا حدا بيعطينا جواب.
أو مش الشجاعة،
It's not about bravery. It's a very high price. He said 6 months.
أقل شيء إداري. أقل شيء.
أكتوبر دفاع عن النفس أم لا؟
لازم يعني هذا السؤال اللي بتقدر تسألونه القيادات للمسؤولين.
طيب
إحنا
الشعب
المواطنين
رأيه.
مسخمين.
Okay. شو رأيك؟ ما بعرف.
Nobody, huh?
So
Nobody?
this is something you should ask the leaders and not the poor people.
أنت عارفة المشكلة إنه هذا السؤال يعني مباشرة تلقائي بتروح عليه 6 شهور.
ولازم أكثر من حدا يحكي لنا، لازم أكثر من حدا يحكي لنا، لازم الناس تفسر
هذا
للناس.
السؤال لازم يتوجه لأهلنا في غزة مش إحنا.
I know.
لا بالضبط.
بس برضه إحنا عندنا رأي. This is a
عندنا
question
رأي.
that you have to ask our people in Gaza. So I said, but we also have an opinion
لأنهم هم اللي قاموا بالشيء اشرحي
because
له.
they are the ones who did this. Explain to
ما
them.
مالناش حرام. بس
We are innocent from this. We haven't done anything.
Anything else?
حدا
You're
بتضيفوا
welcome.
شيء
Thank
ثاني؟
الله شكرا.
Do you think that October 7th attack was self-defense?
Yeah, it was self-defense.
How is it self-defense?
Because, like, let's say if they didn't actually do the 7th of October, the Israelis were actually gonna attack Gaza, you know?
Okay, where did you hear this?
That's the fact. We all know that. It's not the first time.
Well, you didn't know this on October 7th.
We all actually know that, and it's not the first time they do that, actually, you know?
Okay.
So they basically were gonna attack Gaza. It's like an American plan, so it was leaked. It was leaked by Hamas, you know, before like.
Okay, and so what was the plan? What was the Israeli plan? What were they going to do in Gaza?
So basically, they like since all times, they need to attack Gaza, you know. So as its location, and if you heard Trump for the past 2 weeks, what did he say? He said Gaza has that nice weather. So all eyes on Gaza. When they said all eyes on Gaza, it wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie, you know.
Okay, so but the Israeli plan is what?
The Israeli plan right now is to get.
On October, before October 7th, what was the Israeli plan? From what you understand,
they were going to attack Gaza, clear Hamas, and take Gaza.
Okay,
That's the plan.
and throw out all the Palestinians, or the Palestinians stay. What happens?
Wait. Again, what did you say?
Throw out the Palestinians, or keep them, but only Hamas goes out.
No. They want to throw out all the Palestinians. It's not about Hamas, and it's not about like. It's not about war or something. They don't want the Palestinians to. There is no Palestinian should be in Palestine no more.
That's you say the
That's
Israelis.
the fact. That's the fact.
People outside don't understand.
Yeah.
When you watch the news, you know, but you don't understand everything.
Yeah.
So they want to understand what we think. So it's a difficult question, but it's important.
Yeah.
ماشي?
And it's your opinion, just your opinion.
Not fact.
Yeah.
You give opinion.
Do you think that the October 7th attack, what Hamas did first,
Yeah.
was self-defense?
Self-defense.
دفاع عن النفس. هل
Yeah,
إذا
sure.
بتحب تجاوب بالعربي برضه تمام، جاوب بالإنجليزي زي ما بتحب. Do you think
Yeah.
it was self-defense?
Yeah.
Really?
Why? How? Why?
Why? Because it's a lot. يعني هم صار لهم فترة طويلة بهذا
لما
المكان.
تحكي لي هم بدك تحكي لي مين؟
إنه أحدد أشخاص.
الفلسطينية، الإسرائيلية.
هم كان هدفهم الرئيسي اللي هم يدافعوا عن القضية ويقفوا عليها ويرجعوا ينشطوها أكثر.
So the Palestinians' motivation or goal or objective was to defend the Palestinian cause. يدافعوا عنها وينشروها حكيت. And to make it more well known.
How did October 7th do that?
طب كيف اللي صار في 7 أكتوبر ساعد هالشيء؟ كيف ساهم إن الناس تعرف أكثر؟
صحوا الناس أكثر، عرفوا الناس أكثر شو اللي بيصير، شو كان بيصير من قبل. الناس حوالين العالم صاروا مهتمين أكثر بهم يعرفوا عن الله.
People became more informed because of what happened. People around the world know now what is happening, what the cause is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how is it self-defense? I still.
هل كان دفاع عن النفس؟
Yeah.
كيف دافعوا عن نفسهم لما
دفاع عن الوطن، عن ممتلكاتنا.
defending our nation, our properties.
Yeah.
Do you think that October 7th attack by Hamas was self-defense?
هل برأيك هجوم حماس في 7 أكتوبر كان دفاع عن النفس؟ لا جد عم بحكي.
والله
جد لما شفتيه
سياسة يعني ما
I don't want to answer politics. I don't know.
Do you think October 7th attack on Israel was self-defense?
هلا الناس برا بتشوف الأخبار بس ما بتعرف كل شيء، ما بتسمعنا، بتسمع الأخبار والمحللين. هلا إشي زي 7 من أكتوبر بشوفوه بس مش فاهمينه. إحنا بنحكي إنه كان دفاع عن النفس. هل اللي عملته حماس دفاع عن النفس برأيكم؟
طبعا اول شيء احنا بعيد عن السياسه.
So first of all,
احنا بعيد عن السياسه. احنا كشعب احنا كشعب فلسطيني هو بالاحرى بندور على الحريه، بندور على الحياه.
We are looking for freedom and life.
لانه احنا كثير في حصار، كثير في خاصه الضفه.
So much we are living under so much siege or blockade, especially the West Bank.
فاحنا لما نحكي انه غزه لها تقريبا ما يقارب 15 سنه بحصار.
Gaza has been under maybe
هي بتدور على حياه، بتدور على
Gaza is looking for life, and Gaza is looking for a way to breathe. So this was a reaction. This was a reaction.
هسا انا ما بقدر احكم اذا الشيء اللي عملته صح او لا، انا ما لي دخل بالسياسه، يعني ما بقدر
احكم. This was right
احكم
or wrong because I don't get into politics.
بس انا بقدر احكي انه ردة فعل للضغوطات اللي الشعب عايشها، ردة فعل لانه احنا بضغط الضغط ولد الانفجار.
Because of the pressure that we are living under pressure. So pressure creates explosion. We are living under psychological, physical pressure.
كثير عايشين ضغط احنا
We are under so
مادي،
much
اقتصادي،
pressure, financial, economical pressure and stress.
مقيدين حريتهم.
Our freedoms are restricted.
برضه تقييد الحرية هذا عامل كثير أزمة، خاصة إنه في تسكير من قبل مصر، في تسكير من قبل إسرائيل.
Creates a problem because there's closure from the Egyptian side and there's like a closure من جهة المصريين ومن جهة
مصر مسكرة ومن جهة إسرائيل مسكرة.
And from the Israeli side it's closed.
شكل خنق للمواطن الفلسطيني.
Suffocated the Palestinian citizens and we are watching them. So this also creates stress for us.
Right, so there you have it. You hear from them directly and they tell you what their views are. And there's three key takeaways for me. Takeaway number one is that they seem to be, whether they've been brainwashed or not, whatever the reason is, many of them believe that Hamas going into Israel and killing men, women, and children indiscriminately, even animals, by the way, taking them hostage, raping them, mutilating them, burning them, torturing them, they say, yeah, that is self-defense. Let me tell you something right now with 100% certainty. If the tables were somehow turned and the Jewish people were oppressed in the way they describe, not that I believe is the reality, but in the way that some of them think is the case, and then we somehow decided that the way we resist our situation was to do that, I guarantee you the vast majority of us would not find that acceptable. I guarantee you if we were ruled by Hamas, God forbid, we would not be supporting them. We would be trying to find a way to overthrow them. Look how critical Jews are of their own government. Look how much when we experience the worst massacres unprovoked, because let's not forget Arab anti-Semitism towards Jews existed before Israel, which tells you all you need to know. But still, after October 7th, we looked inwards and asked, what have we done? I'm not saying I did that, but some have done that in the, as the immediate pain has worn off. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's demented. But I'm just saying that if you want to dress this up in any way as resistance, it's pathetic, it's unacceptable. And for those outside that look in on this and say, oh, they're just resisting, that's bigotry of low expectations. We would not act like that. Point number two. Some of them lament, well, the situation, the siege, the blockade, the checkpoints. All of that, again, self-inflicted. It's not Israel's fault. The cause is not Israel. The cause is Hamas. The cause is Arab terrorism, Islamist jihadist teachings and actions that tried to kill Jews, and Israel having to respond to put up checkpoints. Do you think if Israel had a Buddhist monk society living on its borders, they would feel the need to have the same level of security? And not a blockade, but censoring what goes in and out of their territories? Obviously not. So there's absolutely zero introspection. They've created a culture of Jew hatred. And this leads me to the third point. The third point now is, how do we deal with this? And some people say, well, de-radicalize, and that way you'll be able to fix it. You know what? I think this runs far too deep, personally. I do believe we will achieve a reconciliation. But any situation that continues to risk Israel's security like this, when you have a strong collective with a very deep and perverted narrative about Jews and about Israel right on your border, two-state solution is not going to work because we just tried that with Gaza. You can't incorporate all these people into Israel because they're a massive security threat. And people say de-radicalization. Would you trust your family's security with the notion that, well, we're going to de-radicalize them for a bit and then we can all live together? Would you trust that that's going to happen when this runs so deep? In my mind, a far more radical solution needs to be looked at for both sides. And it should be one that I think honours both sides' right to live in peace and security and to live in their indigenous homelands. Jews are indigenous to Israel and Judea and Samaria. Arabs are not. They're indigenous to the Arab world, which is 100 times the size of Israel. Israel's this tiny sliver of land you can drive across in 3 hours. And listen, we've tried it for so long. We've tried for so long to live alongside each other. And they have chosen, whether it's brainwashed or not, whether it's their genuine agency or whether it's ignorance, frankly, it doesn't really matter. The outcome is right now, there is a society which has chosen for 100 years to wage war against the Jews. So, call me crazy, but I think a far more radical relocation proposal needs to be looked at, because otherwise both sides are going to continue to know war, because they're going to keep choosing war against Israel. And Israel, I guarantee you, will continue to keep protecting her people. I don't really know which other way you can cut this. And I think it's so important that you understand the roots of this conflict. So, as I said, for all their lamenting of checkpoints and war and blockade and walls and all these things, how do you explain the fact that there was Arab Islamic anti-Semitism against Jews in this territory before Israel's re-establishment, decades, even centuries before? Have a watch of our trailer for our new documentary on JTV Plus called Arab Anti-Semitism Before Israel's Re-Establishment. And if you want to watch it, you can click on the link in the video description. This is an important one. Picture yourself. It's 1834 and you're a Jew living in Sfat, which is a northern city in Israel, then under the Ottoman Empire. Your family is part of this ancient city's spiritual heart for generations. You study Torah, you trade in the market, and live quietly among your Arab neighbours. But one day, a mob storms your street, shouting, "Kill the Jews!" Your home is looted, your synagogue burned, your loved ones beaten. This isn't about Israel. Israel won't exist for 114 years. This isn't about settlements, the IDF, or the 1948 displacements. This is raw, violent hatred aimed at you for being a Jew. And it's not just in Palestine, it's part of a centuries-old story of anti-Semitism woven into Arab and Islamic history, from the dawn of Islam to the streets of Hebron. The claim that this conflict began with Israel's creation, the Nakba, or modern policies, is a farce, a distortion that collapses under history's magnifying glass. Welcome to JTV Plus. I'm Ollie Annersfeld, and today we're uncovering a history too often buried, the relentless anti-Semitism among Arabs in Palestine before 1948, rooted in a broader Arab and Muslim hostility that began with Islam's inception in the 7th century. To watch this JTV Plus documentary and access much more premium content, click on the link in the video description.